I ate a single cookie because I was starving while working late. For that, my manager docked my commission by $100,000. She jabbed a finger at me, veins standing out on her furious hand. Don't think you're untouchable just because you landed that big account, Leo. This is an office, not a kitchen. If you want to eat, go home, she shouted. The rules are clear. No snacks at your desk. You knew what you were doing, which makes it worse. So, that $100,000 bonus from the pious contract?
Gone.
I shrugged. Fine. Then I leaned back and did nothing. That's when her temper completely erupted. Miranda Thorne turned red with rage. Leo, you will write a formal apology and read it aloud at the all-hands meeting. I clutched my fists under the desk, my voice steady. Okay. My coworkers gaped at me, unable to hide their shock. Miranda spun and stomped off toward the executive offices on the 23rd floor. I stayed put. Minutes later, a company-wide notification popped up. Leo Vance of Sales has repeatedly violated company policy. Following review, management has revoked his current month commission of $100,000. He is also required to issue a public apology at today's 2 p.m. all-hands meeting. Alex, at the desk across from me, sent a private message. She's on a PowerTrip. Don't fight her, just play along. It's $100,000. I smiled to myself. Playing along wasn't part of the plan. This wasn't about cookies. She wanted me out. Ever since the old chairman hired me, I had freedom, come and go as I pleased, eat or drink whatever I wanted. My results were what mattered. I was pulling in half the department's revenue, and $1 billion renewal with Pius Corp was done in a week. Jealousy had been eating Miranda alive for months. I messaged Alex. Wait. This afternoon isn't just about my apology. They're bringing in my replacement. Alex's shocked emoji said it all. Meanwhile, I calmly started organizing client files, printing hard copies, and then factory resetting my company phone. The apology came next. Miranda returned once, smug, watching me type. At 2, she marched me to the 23rd floor conference room. Over 100 employees stared as she bellowed. This is a workplace, not your living room. Rules exist for a reason, but some people just don't listen. Don't think you're special because the chairman hired you. Anyone can make a few calls, have dinner, and sign a contract. Leo, deliver your apology. Let everyone witness the consequences of breaking the rules. I walked forward, the crowd's mix of pity and curiosity on me. Miss Thorne is right. I shouldn't have eaten a cookie. I will strictly follow company rules from now on. My role as a salesperson isn't that important anyway. She smirked. Good. Given your repeated infractions, you're demoted to junior sales associate. Then she introduced the new director, Felix Thorne, and gestured to him like a prize. Applause was sparse and unenthusiastic. Finally, she ordered me to hand over all client files. I complied, my pre-prepared stack already in hand. I knew exactly what Felix was doing. My old office desk had prime real estate, a clear view of the floor. Now I was shoved into a tiny cubicle by the window, the afternoon sun blazing through the blinds I couldn't close. Perfect corporate punishment. I packed my things silently, laptop in hand. Felix blocked me. I need to check your computer. Can't have client data walking out.
Go ahead, I said.
I powered it on and let him search. The old chairman's words echoed in my mind. Within this company, your word is law. But with him overseas and recovering from illness, this was a farce. Felix found nothing and waved me off. Alex messaged me. Don't worry, we're behind you. I smiled, knowing it didn't matter. The 23rd floor had approved Miranda's stunt. Let them play. I wasn't about to fight. That evening, I clocked out for the first time in ages. No client dinners, no networking. Just me. I booked a long-desired theater ticket and finally enjoyed an evening for myself. Meanwhile, Felix sent a company-wide message imposing daily logs and demanding 5 qualified leads per month, an impossible target given the state of the market. Alex ranted privately. I simply replied, relax. Just do what he says. I wasn't in a rush. They'd figure it out soon enough. The next morning, I submitted my first ever vacation request. 8 years at this company. Never a single day off. Felix glared. Vacation already? Trying to undermine me? Not at all, Director Thorne, I said smoothly. I trust you'll lead us to success. I just need a break. My body can't handle non-stop work anymore. He sneered. A man over 30 can't keep pace with big clients. Prejudice was hard to change. I didn't argue. He signed it. Remember your quota. Fail 3 months in a row, you're out. Understood. I'm not going anywhere. I packed and left for the theater, letting myself enjoy something purely for me. 2 hours later, Alex messaged. Pius Corp contract signed. Commission credited to Felix. Miranda's playing politics for her own promotion. I smiled. They can't handle it. Wait and see. The play was magical. I laughed, cried, and lost myself in the story. Afterward, a flood of missed calls and messages awaited. Miranda's latest. Leo, Pius is pulling out. You're fired. I scoffed and replied. The contract went to Felix. Not my fault he can't manage it. And don't forget my severance. Alex explained that Felix had visited Pius Corp, clueless about the operations. A malfunctioning machine exposed his incompetence, and Mr. Pius voided the $500 million deal. The old chairman had been informed. Alex called, frantic. Leo, get back now. They're accusing you of sabotage. I laughed aloud, knowing Felix and Miranda were probably listening in. Alex, I said, projecting my voice, call the police if they want. I'm on approved annual leave. I don't have the power to commit corporate sabotage. Let them investigate. After hanging up, I texted him. Relax. I'm on vacation for 7 days. I'll handle it when I get back. Back at the office, panic had taken hold. What did Leo say? Miranda demanded. He said he's on leave and will address it when he returns, Alex replied evenly. Then he looked directly at Miranda. So, should I call the police now? Her glare could have frozen water.
Yes.
Do it. She turned to Felix. You studied mechanical engineering, didn't you? Get someone to fix that machine immediately. Don't worry, Aunt Miranda. I've got it, Felix said, already dialing. Watching updates from Alex, I shook my head. They assumed my expertise was limited to sales, but I also had a mechanical engineering degree, and not just any mentor. My old professor, a legend in the field, had designed the very machine now broken. Only his protégés could repair it properly. In the past, a single call would bring in top-tier engineers, lunch and coffee included, ensuring flawless operations. Connections were everything, and Miranda had never grasped that. By trying to push me out and deny my commission, they'd left me no choice. Everyone has an ace. I sent Alex a small bonus through a payment app. Keep an eye on things. Give me updates. I'm on vacation. By chance, my professor was in the same city. Felix's expert was a university buddy, fancy degree, 0 practical skills. At the factory, the charlatan glanced at the machine and said, It's just a loose screw. Tighten it. The technician protested. No, that screw is critical. Adjusting it could destabilize the line. Felix's friend waved him off, tightened the screw, and started the machine. Immediately, it groaned, shook violently, and screeched. Their faces turned pale. Shut it down, the technician yelled. Even after cutting power, the machine shuddered before stopping with a metallic bang. Miranda panicked. What happened? Open it. Thick black smoke poured from the machine. The screw they'd tightened had snapped and lodged deep inside, halting the assembly line. Dismantling the apparatus was the only option. Felix looked helpless. The technician glared. We warned you, but you had to play hero. Miranda's face turned ashen.
Fine.
Call Mr. Chen from Z Corporation. He'll fix it. Alex, also on site, couldn't hold back a laugh. Ms. Thorne, David Chen isn't a repairman. He's the CEO of Z Corporation. He doesn't drop everything for anyone except Leo. Felix scoffed. What could Leo offer him? He's just. Go try it, Alex challenged. Miranda snapped. Felix, deal with the machine. I'll handle Mr. Pius. We cannot lose that account. I chuckled. Did they really think it would be that easy? Mr. Pius was cautious. Replacing his trusted contact in a single afternoon was enough to raise red flags. Years of trust ruined in an afternoon. Good luck. Alex later confirmed the police had visited. They quickly dismissed the sabotage claim and lectured Miranda on wasting resources. Humiliated, she tried to pin blame on me, but the broken machine and Mr. Pius left her trapped. Repairing the line would take days, clients were calling, and delays meant millions lost, plus potential penalties. Miranda was in over her head. Meanwhile, I enjoyed lunch with my professor and old classmates. David Chen happened to be there. Leo, your company is in a panic, he said. Let me guess, they need a machine fixed. 20 grand to drop everything and come here. As if I'm short on cash. I laughed. And they probably think I was taking a cut every time you visited. David clapped me on the shoulder. Never needed a kickback. They tell themselves stories to justify my success, I said. My professor chuckled. Don't pay attention to them. Let them beg if they need something. No student of mine should be treated like that. Exactly, I said. I'm on vacation. That was the plan all along. With my professor's blessing, I had no reason to return early. They had created this mess. I hadn't done a thing wrong. I spent the week reconnecting with old friends. When I finally returned, the company was in chaos. The executive board was in emergency session, my phone buzzing nonstop. Alex filled me in. I took my time, relaxed with a shower and a massage before heading to the office. The conference room was packed. Miranda, seeing me, pointed a trembling finger. It's his fault. Leo did this on purpose. A board member, Mr. Leong, spoke up. Leo, what's the solution here? I spread my hands. I don't know. I've been on vacation. I can't help. Miranda's face turned crimson. You can't help? David Chen only came because of you. Pius Corp says they'll only speak with you. What did you do? I shrugged. I visited my mentor, who is a senior in my program. Your manager offered him $20,000 to fix a machine. He's a legend. You really think he'd drop everything for 20 grand? I calmly took a seat. Besides, as a junior salesperson, I don't have the authority. And frankly, after being accused of owing $300 million for Pius, I'm too scared to get involved. The message was unmistakable. That was my fault, Miranda stammered. I got carried away. Please don't take it personally. I must, I said evenly. You frightened me enough that I had to consult my old professor. He told me I could quit and land a job anywhere in an instant. Don't, she cried. The board member stepped in, desperate to regain control. Leo, we'll fix this, Mr. Leong said firmly. Miranda, your mismanagement is unacceptable. Effective immediately. You're suspended pending investigation. As for Felix, he and the engineer he brought in are being held accountable for willful destruction of company property. Leo, your Pius commission will be reinstated immediately, Leong continued. And stock options will be granted, he added. I raised an eyebrow. And the chairman approves? He's aware, Leong replied quickly. We consulted him. So they had known all along. The chairman had been monitoring quietly, letting them test whether they could replace me and cut costs. They had failed spectacularly. Only when they realized the company couldn't operate without me did he allow restitution. I leaned back, observing their uneasy expressions. Mr. Leong, I said calmly, I'm not greedy. I enjoy working with clients and building relationships. I'm done with political games. Being used and discarded is not part of the deal. Here's my offer. Convert the stock options to cash and release it along with my bonus. From today on, I'm just a salesperson. As for the machine repair, David's fee is $20,000 upfront, $10,000 per hour after that. If these terms are unacceptable, consult the chairman. Otherwise, we're done here. Uneasy glances passed around the room. Miranda's nails dug into her palms, furious but powerless. I wasn't going to be bought off with empty promises. Corporations treat employees as disposable. Leo Vance, was not to be trifled with. A video call was initiated with the chairman, halfway across the globe. His tired face appeared on screen. I remained silent as Leong relayed my terms. Leo, I brought you here, the chairman said gravely. I knew you were destined for great things, but I didn't expect this. Sir, I said, cutting through formalities. My professor vouched for me when I joined. I came as a favor to him. If I'd known this is how things worked here, I would have stayed put. My demands are reasonable. That machine was installed on my recommendation, and without it or me, production quotas wouldn't have been met. He understood immediately. I had personally negotiated the machine's introduction, boosting factory efficiency by 30%. The chairman had relied on me to maintain operations, but complacency set in. They thought shadowing David, my senior, would be enough to replace me entirely. Then they targeted my sales channels. Seeing me entertain Mr. Pius, they assumed it was all casual. One exhausted cookie became an excuse to oust me from the inner circle. I had planned the 7-day vacation strategically. First the contract issues, then the equipment. Only I could resolve the problems. By the end, they grasped my true value. The chairman broke the silence. Do as he says. Pius must sign the contract, and the machine must be repaired. Everyone else, contact clients and explain delays. I want this resolved within a week. Leo, your commission is intact, plus an additional percentage point. I thanked him and contacted David, who laughed. Sure, 20,000 upfront, 10,000 per hour. Expertise isn't cheap. In the end, repair costs exceeded $100,000. The machine required complete disassembly, and David's team labored for 10 hours straight to undo Felix's damage. Miranda was demoted to a meaningless position. Felix was fired and faced criminal charges. His friend was sued for destroying multi-million-dollar equipment. No one could intervene on their behalf. I resumed my position as sales director. Reviewing Felix's work logs, I saw day after day of empty entries, reviewed client files. No calls, no meetings, no strategies. An incompetent fraud with a fancy degree thought he could replace me. Pathetic. Before she was reassigned, Miranda approached my desk, eyes burning with envy. Leo, how did you do it? How did you get everyone, even the chairman, on your side? Without your connections, you'd be nothing. Thank you, I said evenly. I have a great mentor, yes, because I was a great student. What you lack isn't luck, Miranda, it's talent. Her face turned pale with rage. Miranda had been in her role for over a decade, yet she never achieved the results I did. Her fury was evident, but she knew she had no argument. I was in the right. At Pius Corp, I personally brought Mr. Pius to the factory to observe David handling the repair. That alone restored his confidence. Leo, he said, clapping me on the shoulder. The moment I saw those two, I knew trouble was coming. I requested the site visit to see how they'd perform. As expected, no professionalism, no integrity. They nearly destroyed your company. I'm glad you're back in charge. I finally understood. He had orchestrated the situation to ensure I returned to my rightful place. Thank you, sir. Don't thank me. We're friends. Plus, my son hasn't seen you in a while. You should visit him. Mr. Pius's son had autism. He rarely spoke to anyone, but after a few outings with me, he began to open up. I had brought a gift for him for my trip and promised to drop it off. Within a week, the machine was repaired, contracts renewed, and my senior safely returned home. Everything was back to normal. When I walked into the office with a signed Pius contract, Alex and the team erupted in cheers. Leo, you're a legend. The commission and bonus were deposited shortly after. The old chairman sent a congratulatory message in the company-wide chat. I remained silent, simply nodding at my team. From now on, focus on your work and hit your targets, the message read. I don't care if you sleep at your desk. No one gets kicked when they're down. Sales work is never easy. From my first day, whispers claimed I advanced because of my appearance. I ignored them. Every client relationship I've built is the result of tireless effort. I study every detail, families, hobbies, patterns. I go into every meeting prepared for every possible scenario. That's how I earn trust. I've supported clients through personal crises, helping a hotel owner navigate a bitter divorce, sitting with a client's grandmother through surgery, spending a weekend harvesting crops in the sweltering sun with a family. I'm never afraid of hard work. My only fear is losing a client's trust. 8 years of dedication earned me loyalty and respect. Every dollar of commission reflects that effort. In Mr. Pius's case, his son's autism required extra care. I studied psychology in my own time and earned a certificate, learning how to communicate effectively. Most people only see the outcome, not the work behind it. They say Leo Vance knows how to enjoy life. Few realize the effort it takes to achieve that. With the $100,000 commission and my bonus, I purchased a new downtown penthouse. Sinking into the plush sofa, I exhaled deeply. I've never hesitated to invest in myself because I know my worth. Everything I have, I earned. Those who look down on me can only watch and envy. On moving day, Alex and the team came over for a housewarming. Leo, this is incredible, Alex said, awestruck. You really made it on your own. You can too, I told them. Find a major client, apply my approach, and you'll close the deal. I'll guide you, but execution is up to you. I never hoard my experience. Success requires effort, and life is too short to wait for others. I refuse to be dependent. A new message arrived in the group chat. A team of investors had come to the city. My pulse quickened. I immediately started researching them, analyzing portfolios, and crafting a strategy. I am Leo Vance. Losing is not in my nature.